All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back with I guess you could call it an educational video, bro, Q&A, because, man, I'm so tired of people, they come to the channel and they try to tell me, hey, man, there's other ways to grow muscles. Metabolic stress, mechanical tension builds muscles. Metabolic stress builds muscles. Other than muscle damage. Okay, how does it build a muscle? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's find out. So when you pop this up in, when you ask AI, it tells you a bunch of stuff. So through exercise, particularly resistance training, the body builds sarcomeres. Okay, yeah. But it just doesn't build a sarcomere just because you exercised. Okay, the basic contractile units of a muscle. So now you know what contractile units of this actin and myosin. You know that these contractile proteins, when people tell you, hey, I'm building these contractile proteins, protein synthesis, contractile proteins. Yeah, but you weren't building any, get it? If you didn't damage your muscles. Okay, so by inducing muscle growth, hypertrophy, yeah, through a combination, listen to the word, a combination of mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and what? And muscle damage, ultimately leading to the addition of sarcomeres in series and or parallel. Okay. So here's the thing. If these are the three things that build sarcomeres, all right, the last one says muscle damage. The first two, it says mechanical tension, metabolic stress. But what is a metabolic stress and what is a mechanical tension? Well, here you go. Eccentric exercise, it's from AI again. Eccentric exercise is where a muscle lengthens while contracting. Induces greater what? Mechanical tension. So we all know that eccentric exercise is what causes what? Muscles to damage, right? Yeah. Okay. So what's a mechanical stress? Well, when you induce greater mechanical stress, what does that mean? The weights that you're moving back and forth with your arm, they're sliding up and down. You're moving with a heavy weight. Mechanical stress on the muscle fiber compared to concentric exercises where the muscle what? Shortens. So eccentric exercises. And what does eccentric do? It damages muscles. Get it, man? So there you go. So where the muscle lengthens while contracting induces greater mechanical stress on the muscle fibers compared to All right. When you read here, it says eccentric contractions. In eccentric contractions, the muscle is actively lengthened while under tension, while can lead to what? A higher degree of mechanical stress and potentially what? Potential micro damage to the muscle fibers. Oh, so what is this when they say muscle damage? So what is mechanical stress? Oh, it's micro tears, it micro damages. All right, let's find out about metabolic stress now. What is that? Oh, while both concentric and eccentric exercise can induce metabolic stress, well, yeah, they can induce a metabolic stress, but guess what? Eccentric exercise is generally considered to induce what? Greater metabolic stress and what? Muscle damage compared to eccentric exercise. So when you do metabolic stress in the eccentric, not concentric, but eccentric, what does it do? It's more likely to induce what? Muscle damage. Damage to grow sarcomeres. Yes. And guess what? When you have greater mechanical tension in the what? Eccentric exercise, it's most likely to do what? It has potential to cause what? Micro damage to the muscle fiber eccentrically. Yes. Okay. So when they tell you these things, when people try to tell me, hey man, there's you don't need to do muscle damage. There's metabolic stress and there's fucking mechanical tension, bro. Get it? Well, mechanical tension builds a muscle. Mechanical tension does not build a muscle, you fucking idiot. All right. The guy that keeps writing me on my fucking channel and that crazy guy Steve Reeves, everything. Get out of here, man, with this bullshit. And that crazy debunking guy. All right. There's only one way to damage muscle, eccentrically. Now, the stress or the intensity, whatever is involved there, you could call it mechanical, you could call it metabolic stress, but at the end of the day, it's muscle damage. It has the damage to fucking activate the satellite cells and create more sarcomeres in those damaged slots, fucking in series, and then they add them in parallel. You understand me? Depending on how intense your exercise was. If your exercise was just 3 sets of fucking 10, it may not be intense enough to grow enough of these. Maybe you grew a tiny bit. But let's say you did 10 sets, or let's say you did 10 or 20 sets in that one session for whatever muscle group you're doing. Well, that's a lot, right? So that's going to be a lot of mechanical and metabolic stress. So that's going to induce more what? Oh, let's see, what was that? Micro damage to the muscle fibers. Get it? So then they can do what? So that they can do, ultimately leading to the addition of sarcomeres in series and in parallel. You understand me? You understand how it works, how bodybuilding works, bro? Man, this is not fucking rocket science, bro. Get it? So that guy that keeps bothering me, stop bothering me. You understand me? Go out and learn. Read something. I don't know. Educate yourself. There's only one way to damage muscle. Eccentric. Eccentric damages muscles, okay? And that's what builds muscles, the damage. There's the repair and remodeling. The satellite cell is a fucking stem cell. It builds muscles, okay? That's what it fucking does. Now, concentric doesn't do anything. It shortens muscles. It doesn't do anything at the top. So isometrically, concentrically, there's nothing going on. But here's the thing. When you're lifting full range of motion, there's eccentric, isometric, concentric, right? Okay, when you're going down, it's concentric, isometric, and now it's back again at the fucking eccentric, right? Okay, but guess what? You're adapted to your exercises. You're adapted to the weight. You're adapted because you keep coming in every day. You're building neural drive. That neural drive is protecting the muscles from getting damaged. You understand me? We still build a lot of neural drive when we come in once a week after the repair and remodeling. But here's the thing, if you don't allow your muscles to repair and remodel properly, you come in, you may not get damaged because it's protecting still because it's damaged. It'll protect these muscles because you could get rhabdo and end up in a stupor in a hospital in a coma. So your body will protect it from becoming damaged. The repeated bout effect is a protection too as well. If you come in with a repeated bout and you have damaged muscles and you start exercising, you could get rhabdo and die. So but here's the thing. A lot of these crazy people, they push it. They're damaged. They come in with these damaged muscles, micro tear damaged muscles, and then they fucking keep working them. Like these crazy, what do they call them? Like these people in California, that lady, remember, they ended up with rhabdo, that bodybuilder, all these like fucking crazy people. And then there was the CrossFit people. They end up with rhabdo, 6 hours of breaking down proteins. Can you imagine 6 hours of breaking down contractile proteins? You're breaking down your sarcomeres. Man, and then it goes in your blood, goes into your heart, and you end up in a hospital, in a stupor, fucking in a coma, bro. Get it? They have to induce you in a coma for a week because your body has to, it's a disease now. You got a metabolic disease. Now your body is just breaking down proteins. It's no longer building anything up. You understand how bodybuilding works? It's complex, bro. You could die. You have to be careful what you're doing there. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. I hope that helped, man. The people, when they're writing, I mean, they just make absolutely no sense. They can't do their own investigations, man. You know that? I don't have to do everything. Come on. You're an adult, man. Your people are adults out there. Do your investigation. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.